Hello everyone, I'm Ernie and I am so glad you're here with us today. Today we are back at the Kamikaze shaft, and what I'm going to be doing is clearing out a lot of overburden. I'm going to walk you through this area really quick before we get started so you can see what's going on and one of the concerns that I have. And so let's get started. My main concern for today are those two rocks right there. I really think that they had sunk down a little way since the last time I was here. It's been several days, and so when I get home, I'm going to go to my old videos and photos and see if those rocks did sink a little bit. But anyhow, right underneath this area right here is a shaft, and history says that this shaft was dug about 1939. And so we're going to stay off of this is because we don't want anything to collapse. But what I'm going to do, I didn't bring any rope today and I didn't bring my harness, but next week when I get over here, I will bring my rope and a harness and I will tie myself down in case if I slip and fall and come into this area that I will hopefully not hit the bottom, but definitely be able to pull myself out. Another concern that I do have is this material hanging over, and it's a little cracked on top, but if it comes down, it's about 2 tons of ore, and I definitely don't want that coming down, especially if that weight comes down and it hits this part of the shaft. It rolls down the center. It could open up that shaft, and we definitely don't want this shaft open up until we want it opened. We are above the shaft looking down into the shaft, and I want to show you the stress fracture that's on this material. I left my baseball cap on top of this material so you can see the size of this stress fracture. This is one of the 2 main concerns that I have about the Kamikaze shaft. I want to give you a 360-degree view of the Kamikaze shaft because I do honestly believe that this shaft will not look this way for much longer. What I was educated on by geologist AD, that the shaft ran in this direction right here, and you can see those 2 pillars, and I believe that those are the original pillars that went to the shaft that was here. But the shaft does come down in this direction here and came up this way here. What I'm going to do today, you can see that vein that I had dug out last week, and what we're going to do, you can see all this overburden that's right here that comes down, to the shaft. And what I need to do, I need to follow the vein downwards this way, and that's what we're going to do today, is basically get the overburden out of the way and to expose the vein that's up there by the shovels, and that's what we're going to do. I did bring my Champion 1500 watt generator, and we're going to use that to power up our breaker hammer so we can get through the harder soil. I brought both my pointed shovel and my flat shovel to help dig this overburden out, and I did bring an electric powered breaker hammer, and maybe I might need to bring my electric jackhammer out here. But the purpose mainly for today is to clear out this overburden and also give me some an area to step on so I won't fall into this shaft. I did take several measurements with my degree finder, and this shaft has a degree of 26% to 41% degree, and it's important for me to make a level work area and a level walk area so I can keep my balance. As I begin to cut into this material, I want to take some samples out to test and see if there is any gold in this material. I am using a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch classifier. Here is the result of our sample, and we do have some free mill gold and some micro gold. Here we are digging into part of the vein, and we're going to take this material back to the stagecoach mill and work it out there. Here you can see that I had cleaned out the center of the shaft. I removed the larger rocks and stacked them up on this other side because I do want to keep an eye on this shaft to see if it is collapsing. Here is our free mill gold and our micro gold that we got from our vein. As we begin to close out this episode, I do need to say is that shaft is opening up, and so we're going to need to make a decision shortly on should we open up that shaft ourselves or just let it naturally fall in. And I like to hear from what you have to say about that, and if you could leave me a comment below, I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to smash that like button and to share this on your channel so others can enjoy the experience. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I would love to encourage you to subscribe and to become part of our AU family. We are so thankful that each of you are here, and we deeply appreciate your support, and we will see you on the next one.